I don't remember how I was gonna start this episode. I didn't sleep all last night. Man, imagine being allowed to sleep on a sofa. How luxurious. Hello everyone, my name is Meet Cinemadoi. I am a forensic scientist from the world of mysteries, and this is Even If Tempest. A game which is apparently an isekai now. Just when I thought my life couldn't possibly get any worse. Well, let's keep going. Fine.
ずいぶんお疲れなことで、また訓練ですか？ほどほどにしないとまた倒れてしまいますわよ。
Wow, I've never felt so in sync with the protagonist of a video game I'm playing. Maya. When I come to, I'm passed out on the sofa. I don't remember how or why I got there, and trying to remember only makes the brain fog worse. You know, they make pills for that.
それとも、昼間に見た黒い空のせいですか？今夜は魔女が訪れるかもしれませんものね。せめて今のうちに兵器を養っておきましょう。
What?
さあ、シャワーを浴びてきてください。その間に食事の用意をしておきますから。
You'll get dinner, but it's only like 3 or something. I don't know. Well. Damn. I wanted to return before I met up with Zen, but I only went as far back as right before the sky turned black. Every time I use my fail rewind, my memories of events immediately before and after are muddled. Might just be the head drama, though. Wait. Every time? Every time. Every single time. Something bothers me, but when I try to follow that train of thought, I feel an invisible curtain. It's an inconsistency that I could easily ignore should I choose to do so. But that would make me a passive protagonist. And Hirohiko Araki says that's not an acceptable thing. And I'd say he knows a little bit more about manga than you do, pal, because he invented it. And then he perfected it, so that no living man could best him in the Ring of Honor. But when I choose not to ignore it and find out what the truth of it all is, I'm swallowed by darkness. What do you wish for? Man, you ever get that feeling of deja vu, the feeling that you're experiencing something you've experienced before? It's probably nothing. My heart lurches into my throat as if to warn me of danger. No, surely this isn't. You want power, do you not? Power to never again be trampled underfoot. Stop! Do you know why those you love die? It's because of you. Your weakness beckons death closer. So, from whence does this weakness come? Even now, you remain trapped by the memories of your suffering. So you remain weak, tormented by sentiments of inferiority and self-deprecation. There is no future without confronting the past. There is no hope without revenge. Fight! Fight, 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 fight! I am here to help you. And when you win, I shall guide you into a beautiful world. But to reach there, you must rid yourself of those shackles at your ankles. I will grant you the strength to condemn the past, and the blade to commit your revenge. This indulgence is yours and yours alone. I will sever the morals that confine you. I will crush the ethics that bind you. I will erase the virtues that torment you. Okay, seriously, put down the thesaurus. You're not impressing anybody. Now, wake up!
君はもう自由だよ、アナスタシア。この運命から逃げられるとは思わないでね。
I don't appreciate you taking that tone of voice with me, young man. Gasp. Man, time really is a flat circle. The sword hangs heavily at my hip. I've brought such a large weapon because it is the most suitable for killing multiple people. Blood rushes to my head, robbing me of my reason. Yet the clarity with which I regard murder keeps me as sharp as a newly polished blade. I don't think the polish is what keeps the blade sharp. I think that's the sharpening, perhaps, maybe? It's kind of right there in the name. I can change if I kill them. I can live without succumbing to fear. And become strong. Succeed in my revenge here, I can beat the witch. Killing is a crime. This is far from a criminal act. I'll be fine. My sins will be forgiven. I'm a go figure, but... Man, you ever get that feeling of deja vu? The feeling that you're re-experiencing something you've experienced before? That's probably nothing. Well, fancy meeting you here. Here again, are you? How kind of you. But I'd stay away if I were you. You wouldn't want to infringe on your contracts. I mean, what's a little bit of having one of your vital organs crushed between friends? I mean, really? Yeah. Looks like I'm the member this time, too. Rune said the witch isn't able to keep his memories after each reset. I don't know, is there? The way Rune explained it, that's highly unlikely. I'm willing to take your word for it. Though you may have doubted me, I very quickly dispelled all my distrust of you. Yes, we have been over this already, in case you all have forgotten. I'm kidding. Still, I'm surprised to hear the witch would lie about that. What on earth is his goal? But that's my only job. Good point. Oh, apparently the witch originally worked under Goddess Norna. It's probably just a bit dumb is all. Rune was apparently the same. He said that one day the witch robbed the goddess of something precious, phrasing, and ran away. Ish stole the precious thing. Okay, that's the joke. Thank y'all for coming. Remember to tip your servers. Unfortunately, Rune is sworn to silence, so I couldn't find out anything else. If I had to guess, I'd say it had something to do with the goddess's powers.
なんだ。女神様には自分の手下の面倒くらいはちゃんとやっといてほしいもんだな。
Unfortunately for us, that goes against every rule of this genre. On that, we're in complete agreement. Why are you barking at me, huh? You suffer to the point of collapse when you get close to me. So why are you here? You get nothing positive out of being with me.
お前のことクライオスに頼まれたからだ。
What has Cass done for us lately? I mean, besides all the stuff he did for us lately. That promise would simply disappear if I were to use my fatal rewind.
消えねえよ。時間が巻き戻っても俺はずっと覚えてる。たとえ忘れられたとしても託された思いまでは消えない。お前も同じ考えだと思ってたんだけどな。
Interesting.
ま、医師の仲間じゃねえかと疑ってた部分もあるから今まで傍観者に徹してたんだが、クライオスに頼まれたんじゃ関わらないわけにはいかねえ。
As I speak with Zen, the shattered emotions inside me coalesce into finding something whole again. For the first time, I feel the genuine joy of finding someone I can be candid with. Smile, you're on candid conversation. If Zen's with me, maybe... That thought is cut short by the appearance of a bead of sweat on Zen's brow. Even now, the chains around his heart are causing him pain. He's been acting fine this whole time, so I wouldn't notice. That seems really difficult, actually.
あのさ、契約ってどういうものか分かってる？
Alright, don't you get all smarmy here, witch. That's my job. Don't bring anything else to this relationship.
またお前か。そんなにこいつと俺が関わるのが嫌なのか。嫉妬深い旦那かよ。
Oh my god, he's so dreamy.
それなら君は真男だね。もしかして今までもこうやって彼女に近づいてた？不老不死のお前とじゃまともな契約にはならないだろうとは初めから思ってたけどね。鎖を心臓以外にも入れたら何か変わるかな。
Yeah, that's gross.
死ぬことはなくても痛いのは痛いもんね。両足に打とうか、それとも腕？どこが一番嫌？
You know, probably around the nuts. That seems fairly intuitive to me.
てめえなんかの口車に乗った俺がバカだったぞ。
What sort of fucking ultra dweeb goes around using the word wheedling in this day and age?
そんなこと言っていいの？あんなに元の世界に帰りたがってたくせにこの世界の人間に同情しちゃったみたいだけど無意味だよ。お前は同じ時を歩むことすらできない異物よそ者なんだからさ。
Everyone's always going on about antigen this, antigen that. How come nobody's pro-gen? What did Gen ever do to you all? It's the real mystery here. I feel like you haven't gotten a lot of these in a while. That's rude. I mean, obviously we speak up. Zen absolutely belongs here. We may have been born in different worlds and grew up in different cultures, but so what? We are here, together, breathing the same air. That's all that matters.
こいつは化け物だよ。殺しても死なないってエンダーと同じ。
He won't die even if we kill him. It's just his personal quirk.
は
He's just made of slightly stronger stuff than most people. And looks a bit younger than his age.
いや、それはさすがに無理が。
Look, it's all about momentum. As long as we keep talking, eventually we'll stumble on something important. Smiles I wanna protect.
不老不死を越せ。そんなこと言ったの、お前が初めてだよ。
I got smug bastard.
何にしても一度交わした契約は破棄できない。この子のそばにいたってお前には何のメリットもないよ。心臓をえぐられるのが癖になったって言うなら止めないけど。
Well, maybe he has. I don't judge. That's a lie. I judge all the time. If you can't break it, then why not rewrite it?
はあ
Which, you said before that if I won as a member, you'd guide me into a new world.
なんだそりゃ。どういうことだよ。
I understood it as the reward that member received for winning. Am I wrong?
合ってるよ。
Yay. I see. In that case, I shall win as a member and promise to hand over that reward to Zen.
ちょっと待てよ。お前、散々メンブルムは嫌だって言ってたじゃないか。
Zen, shut up. I want to do this so bad. Oh my god.
だからあんなひどい死に方までしたくせに、何コロコロ変わってんだよ。
Being a member is apparently a fate I can't run away from. Isn't that right, witch?
だって君、眠りの魔法が通じなくなったんでしょ。しかも未来まで見えちゃうんだよ。そんなチート状態でサクリファイスになってもつまらないよ。
If I were to be a member, what would be my victory conditions? Until now, it would count as a win for me so long as the humans won.
当然メンブルム側の勝利でしょ。人間側が勝てばいいのに、君が自白するだけで勝ちってことになっちゃうもん。
Can you speak up a bit? Then am I right to assume that if I were to win, I would receive both my reward as a member and a portion of my powers back?
そういうことだけど、2つも報酬あるのずるい気がするな。でもこればっかりは裁判の仕組み上仕方ないか。
And whose fault is that? No, actually, whose fault is that? I would very much like a straight answer here.
でも君がメンブルムとして勝てる姿は全然想像つかないな。君は復讐したいって思ってはいるけど、結局一度も実行に移せたことないじゃない。
I was laying things in order. This is the part where my specialty comes into play. Being extremely angry and extremely petty.
せっかくメンブルムになったんだから、この機会を逃しちゃもったいないよ。
So we are doing
それだけの力があるんだからさ。
the Kindaichi Starlight Island route. Oh man, I love this. I just conceptually. Silence! Kill you! No intention of borrowing your power. I'm focused entirely on defeating you. My own personal circumstances are secondary.
なあ、そういうことにしといてあげるよ。
Oh well, that was easy. Now that I'm a member, I absolutely must win and regain my power. And to do that, I need you, Zen. I'm gonna have an accomplice. Hooray.
わざわざ契約書き換えてまで手に入れるほどのやつじゃないんだけどね。せいぜいエンダーの盾くらい。
I mean, a shield against Andy would be a nice thing to have. Zen once helped me when we were in the castle. If I can return that favor here, then all the better.
えああ、そういえばそんな話を聞いたような。
Mr. Tyrrell once told me that we make decisions to pick out that which we need most. She said which. I extend a single hand to Zen. There's a dots.
契約に加えてくれ。俺の言うことにはちゃんと耳を貸す。
God damn, that is a handsome man. Understood.
考えなしに行動すんなよ。動き出す前にまずこっちに相談。
Alright, never mind, this is getting kind of creepy. Do I come across as that much of a dunce to you? Got it.
それから
There's more?
二度とあんな無茶な死に方をしないと違う。もしまた必要に迫られたら俺が手を貸す。
Okay.
契約成立だ。
Oh god, my eyes! Ah, it burns! This is the city. Los Angeles, California. There's that scenery again. Could this be the world Zen is from? Am I seeing a completely different world through memories of Zen's past?
胸の痛みがなくなった。
That's convenient. Then it worked. You know, I've gotta say, the Witch of Ruin, for being our alleged main antagonist, is being awfully accommodating. I'm like a pixel above the bottom of the screen and it bothers me. Okay, we're good now.
うわー、びっくりだな。契約の書き換えまでできちゃうなんて素人とは思えない。君ってすごい才能の持ち主なんだね。
Thank you. Your appreciation is noted.
ま、善がついたところで何か変わるとも思えないけどね。君たちは知らないだろうけど、世界ってものは異物をそう簡単には受け入れないものなんだよ。
That's not foreshadowing, I'm sure.
おい、クソキモ魔女。
は？
お前さっき城にいた時のことを聞いたって言ってたな。
Okay, that was bothering me, but I just kind of assumed you told him.
え、言ってないよ。
地方が始まったが、お前も年だもんな。
They're accusing somebody who looks and acts like he's a teenager of being old. That's funny.
言ったよ、言いました。それが何？
つまりお前は他の奴らと等しく死に戻りの影響を受ける。味方に記憶の保持者がいて、そいつから全部聞いて行動してたんだな。てめえに情報を漏らしてるのは。
You know, I somehow doubt he's going to just tell us this.
うざ。さっきまで陸に上がった魚みたいな顔してたくせに。何？早速新しいご主人様に有能アピールですか？揚げ足取ってるだけなのに？やだもう。
Big oof, if you will.
図星疲れたからって口数増えてんじゃねえよ。
週末の魔女だよ。
Jesus Christ, there's more of them?
僕、破滅の魔女なんて呼ばれてるけど、彼女に比べればとんでもない。古代広告もいいとこだよ。
It's getting out of hand. There's two of them.
使い魔程度のものさ。彼女こそが魔女の起源。真に魔女と呼べるのは彼女だけ。世界に終わりを招く。
Darn you, Lambda, I thought we were done with this.
カーニバルは彼女に捧げる前菜さ。 本当の絶望はまだ始まっても。
Oh, never mind, she isn't Lambda Delta, she's Junko Enoshima. We're just hitting all the greatest hits this round.
彼女はね、何でも知ってるんだよ。アナスタシア、君が何をしようと。
She can see the future.
どんなに力を蓄えようとも、君は彼女にかなわない。この先に待つものは後輩だけさ。
Yeah, unfortunately for both of us, I never did learn how to give up properly.
おっと、言い過ぎちゃったな。嘘。今頑張ったらなんとかなるかもしれないよ。
Oh, well, that's reassuring. Gee, thanks, Witch of Ruin.
やる気なくして途中でゲームを投げ出さないでね。メンブルムとして輝く君が見たいんだ。
Dick. I thought you once served under Goddess Norna. Why don't you work to protect the world she created?
その女神様が作り上げた世界だからだよ。
Okay, you're laying it on a bit thick, game. Well, he disappeared.
さすがに今のは嘘ついてるわけじゃなさそうだったな。
Yeah, otherwise we'd have literally nothing to go off of here. Yeah. I never would have thought this all would lead to something as outrageous as the end of the world. A fantasy game ending with us having to save the world? Perish the thought. It's never happened before in history. How do I fight against someone even stronger than the Witch of Ruin? The Witch of Complete Buildings. Why did this have to happen just as hope was within reach?
ほら、下向くんじゃねえよ。
So we're gonna have to stab a few gods. Big whoop. It's been done before and it'll be done again. Well.
世界なんてバカでかいもんが、そう簡単に滅びると思うか。打つ手はある。諦めさえしなければなんとかなるってことは、お前が一番よく知ってるだろ。
Yeah, you're exactly right. The road ahead is more dangerous than the roads I've already taken, but I'm not alone, and that gives me the strength I need to continue forward. How ironic is it then that I must use this power to kill? Why? Why does irony have to be so ironic? It's past 2:30 a.m. Perfectly sensible bedtime for people in my line of work. The first hurdle lies right in front of me. If we're to start this trial, then I have to kill someone. Blazing Regicide. Dabs. 2! If I start this trial, then I have to kill someone. You just said that.
おめでとう、アナスタシア。
Didn't you leave? In or out, Curtis?
さっきの立ち去り方はもう出てこない空気ガンガンに出してただろう。
Zen, don't steal my jokes.
そんなに目立ちたいのか。
So rude.
人を登場回数でしか存在確立できない雑魚キャラ扱いしないでくれるかな。
No. So why are you congratulating me?
君が殺人鬼への一歩を踏み出したことさ。
Yep. Remember, kids, the first step to any murder is to have fun and be yourself.
メンブルムっていいでしょ。その解放感、やみつきになるよね。
I mean, last trial we did work with the Membrum, so really this isn't that much of a step up.
そんなくだらねえことを言いに来たのかよ。
まさかメンブルムのサポーターとして仕事しに来たんだよ。 眠りの魔法は午前2時から3時まで効力を発揮する。メンブルムはその時間に殺人を行うことになってるよね。
So we have in fact just been standing here talking for the past half hour.
でも殺したい相手が遠くにいたら、何重もの鍵がついた部屋に閉じこもっていたら、メンブルムは人を殺す力はあっても移動手段はない。
That doesn't explain the locked room murder back in chapter 1. This game's kind of bullshit, actually.
だからこの僕が送り届けてあげようってわけ。手厚いサービスでしょ。
Don't talk about service. So that's how it works. I was convinced, remember, we're simply able to teleport or use some other movement magic. That movement magic is still being used, doesn't change things much, but something isn't right. I feel like I'm missing something important.
で、誰を殺しに行こっか。ワクワク。
I'm fine.
え？
I don't need or want your help. I'll make my way to my victim with my own power.
そんな妙なこだわり持ったところで殺すことに変わりはないのにね。
Oh, I am acutely aware and enthused about that bit. Don't you worry, my good sir. Just playing fair with the audience is all.
あいつは出てくるたびに不快にさせてくれるな。
What an eccentric performance.
けど、本当に良かったのか。意志の魔法がなけりゃ生きる範囲は限られるし、痕跡を残しちまう可能性もあるぞ。
Even so, I don't want to accept his help. This has nothing to do with my feelings or fixations. The rules surrounding his magic involve an agreed-upon exchange of terms, but doesn't it strike you as rather vague? A human wants to kill someone. The witch gives them the ability to do so. I get that much. But what does the witch actually get out of it?
現場に向かうまでもそれなりの労力は必要だぞ。殺したい相手が遠くにいたら、どんなに力があっても発揮できずに時間だけが過ぎていく。そうなると意志も意志で都合悪いんじゃねえか。あいつの目的は魔女裁判を起こすことなんだから。
Is it? That seems like a pretty lousy goal in the grand scheme of things. I mean, the first and most important question of any death game story is why the fuck are they holding a death game, you know? And usually that answer is very unsatisfying, but at least it exists. Right, so he offers help because it benefits his own goals.
まあ、あいつと極力関わらない方がいいに決まってる。お前の選択は間違ってないと思うぜ。なあ、そういや、人を殺せる力ってのはどういうもんなんだ。腕力が化け物レベルになったとか、そういうことか。
See, I just kind of assumed the witch just gave me a shotgun or something. Not sure. I tried lifting something fairly heavy, but I didn't feel a difference. Maybe it's different against other humans.
俺で試すなよ。
No, you're no fun. Why and how did you jump to that conclusion? Anyway, more than anything physical, I think my mind has changed the most. I'm confident I can kill anyone. I lack the morals to weigh me down with guilt. I feel invincible, like I've become a god. I can take over the world. Humans are sinful creatures. The deaths of no consequence. If anything, they deserve to die. That is justice in its purest form. And I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
俺は短絡的な人間だから言うけどよ。お前がお前のままで人を殺すよりはいいと思ってるぜ。今はいっそ行かれてた方がずっとマシだろ。
Look at that face.
誰を殺す? なるべく精神的に来ないやつにしろよ。リンゼル家かコンラッド、名前も知らない誰かか。
Why not all of the above? Where should I go tonight? Shit, we get to choose? Oh, this is so far beyond what I was planning. Oh, I'm so excited. There's travel time to take into account. Our connection to the Linzel family is a matter of public knowledge. Since you know it's our last name, and also we probably shouldn't do that. If we go after a complete nobody, that would... On the other hand, if it is the Linzel family, we could probably just lie without any evidence we leave behind. We're still a knight in this timeline, right? So we're allowed to go inside the castle. I think this is the play. I think this is our best choice. Let's go after Conrad. We're allowed at the crime scene so we can come up with at least semi-innocent explanations if we wind up, like, accidentally leaving our pocketbook there or something. But we don't publicly have any connection with Conrad in this timeline, so we'll be safe if we get got. And nobody will have any strong motive to go after us. Or nobody will be able to figure... You know what I mean! You know what I... The airships leading to the castle are out of service at this time. We need to head there on foot.
わかった。
I was also going to take travel time into account, but I'm not sure where anything here is in relation to anything else. I'll kill Conrad with my own hands. Man, this game's picking up. Tonight I have been given the power to kill the man I loathe the most. Yet instead of any elation, I feel empty. Where did all of my previous excitement go? I feel like I could accomplish anything in that state of mind. It's just your, bipolar meds kicking in. Wait, what am I saying? I was going to get my revenge regardless of whether or not I became a member. I'm being so naive about this. I get it now. Killing them isn't enough. They set me aflame on a false charge. Since I left home 8 years ago, I wanted to treat them to the same fate and became a knight to punish them lawfully. As I stain their honor, attack them with verbal abuse, and truly punish them, I won't be able to call my revenge a success. But I have the power to turn back time. Just focus on killing them for now. Now, all in due time.
Anastasia, 止まれ。
Stop. Why? Do you mind? I was in the middle of a moment. Oh, no. I break into a cold sweat the moment that form enters my vision. I can't stop my teeth from clattering pathetically at the sight. I bring a hand to my sword, not out of courage or confidence, but out of reflex. My 8 years as a knight have made this an ingrained reaction. I'm going to die. That thing will tear apart my flesh, warp my worms. Crush my legs all while I still breathe. It will be so cruel a death that even I, used to death as I am, feel fear.
大丈夫だ。
Zen speaks with a kindness that ill fits the harrowing atmosphere around us.
こいつとは顔見知りでな。だいぶやんちゃな性格だが、実は悪性なとこがあるんだ。ちょっと肉を裂かせてやりゃ満足して去っていく。
Damn it, I left all my bacon in my other pants pocket. What are you...
ここは俺が何とかするから、お前は先に行ってろ。
Okay, works for me. Okay. He softly pushes at my back and I take my first 2 shaky steps forward. Well, that went poorly. My god, it's Solid Snake, and now I'm allowed to chase him onto the next screen. Keep it up, guys, you're doing great. Oh, they're gonna...
言ってろっつったのに。あ、まだこっち見んなよ。結構グロいことになってるからよ。
Oh man, they're gonna need to get the power washer out for this one. Gonna need a snow scraper to get him off the floor.
俺は不死身だって言っただろう。すぐに元通りになる。だから泣くなよ。あ
You look like you are in quite a bit of pain, my good sir. I'm unable to move until I can safely look over at Zen. I couldn't kill anyone that night nor the night after. Despite being turned into a membrum, I'm unable to fulfill my role. And I lose to the witch. Man, you suck at this. Alright, fine. Be that way. Guess we'll take a stab at going after the Linzell, just for the sake of it. The Linzell Manor is straight down this road.
わかった。
It'd be a bit boring if we played too hardball with the audience. Is this it? Is this the day I finally kill her? Tonight I've been given the power to kill the woman I loathe most, yet instead of annihilation I feel empty. Where did all my previous excitement? Where do I say I get my revenge? Man, you ever had that feeling of deja vu? The feeling you're experiencing something you've experienced before? It's probably nothing.
Anastasia, 止まれ。
Do you mind?
こいつとここは
Oh, Chunky. Would have thought the old man had so much blood in him.
俺は不死身だ。
Right, fine. I guess we'll go after some random nobody who doesn't matter. God forbid we try to commit an interesting crime. Once I'm sure the blade has reached the heart, I slowly pull it out. The moment his life fades away, a familiar seal appears on the wall. That seal proves a membrum committed the crime. With this act, I have no choice but to accept that I am no better or worse than any other membrum.
その男は一方的に思いを寄せた女を付け狙い自宅に押し入って殺害強盗殺人は重罪さらに4度も繰り返してきた死んで当然の男だ
And you could have made the same argument about Conrad, but apparently we're not allowed to go after him. You trying to console me? The man I've just killed, Nahum Cox, was completely unknown to me until yesterday. He's a vile criminal whose repeated burglaries and murders took much longer to stop in the previous timeline. But in this one, Zen's investigations led to an early capture. As a result, Zen knows exactly where he was being kept. That was all it took for me to decide on him as my victim. Ariel, if I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm not convinced you aren't a bot yet. If I kill someone I know, I may as well be asking to be scrutinized. Killing a criminal was no more than an act of self-protection. And also aggressive railroading. Is this really who I was all along? Hey, don't blame me, I voted for Conrad. I calmly observe that killing someone will earn me another day at life, and I make good on that decision. So when was I so inhumane? Killing another for my own sake makes me no different from a witch. But are you... For reasons entirely unknown to me, Zen stabs a knife into the man's lifeless body multiple times. And his stomach, his chest, his arms and legs. With a blank expression. Well, don't go directly for the... God, I should have said that myself. You're a knight. You want to make it look like the culprit didn't know their way around a sword, so they won't suspect you immediately. Amateurs, I swear. What are you doing?
カモフラージュだ。お前、こいつが苦しまずに済むようにって心臓を刺しただろ。心臓一突きなんてな。無術に長けた人間にしかできねえことだ。
See, I told you. I told you, but you didn't listen to me.
誰が冷静だ。誰が意志と変わらないだ。俺から言わせりゃ、お前はまだまだ人間だ。
Stop reading my mind.
これは励ましでもおべっかでもない。不安材料でもある。ここから先、もっとお前は苦しむことになる。
I mean, maybe Annie will, but I'm having the time of my life right now.
いっそ狂っちまった方が楽なんじゃないかと思うぜ。
Sanity is overrated anyway. Rune told me that if my mental state reached its limit, I wouldn't be able to use my fatal rewind anymore.
そうか。お前に楽な道はないんだな。
I find this face extremely funny. And I don't know why. Do you understand what he's saying? Not really, but that's what the text on screen is for. Also, hello Ariel, you actually speak human language. You're probably not a machine. Hello, welcome aboard. It's a pleasure to have you. Never thought to make this easy.
表記はどうするか。この世界じゃ指紋鑑定なんて技術はないみてえだが、残しておくのもな。
I mean, if they don't have fingerprints, they probably don't have luminol either. We could probably just go out and wipe it. Give it a good scrub in a river or something. Also, you used a murder weapon you actually own yourself. What in God's name is wrong with you? God, amateurs. Amateurs, the lot of you. Oh my god. So it's a story game? Pretty purely, yeah. Later, probably later this episode at the pace we're going right now, there is going to be an Ace Attorney style investigation section. But as you've probably guessed in this chapter go around, we're going to be the culprits, which I think is gonna be very fun.
You
can do it. Sure, fine. What are accomplices for, I ask of you? Okay, it's yours. Thanks for coming with me. I would have been utterly lost if I were alone in this situation. It's also incredible to see how the magic doesn't work on you. Not even the signs of the goddess can escape the sleeping magic. I mean, assuming these are the signs of the goddesses, that was kind of an important plot point last chapter, Annie, if you'll recall.
まあな。つか、王族は偽物なんだろう。あのなんとかってバラを使って証明してたじゃねえか。
Zen, stop stealing my lines. Are you having fun? Yes, I am enjoying this game quite a bit, significantly more than I expected, actually.
さて、これからどうするか。
Wanna go order a pizza? I think I have a coupon somewhere. Well, fear prevents my thoughts from going much further. A disastrous future awaits me, and I can't do much about that. So I take a deep breath and slowly talk. Come morning, I'll head to the Inquisitorial Order. I'll start investigating like I would otherwise. Not doing anything at all would make me more suspicious.
異端審問会か。ティレルと遭遇すると。
Yes, that man does appear to have straight-up mind-reading powers by the looks of things. He's far too perceptive. Any conversation I have with him, no matter how small, will wind up leading him to the truth. I wonder who will be chosen for the Sacrificia. Grand Commander Kryas is there. I can't see myself fooling him. Which types of games do you play mostly? I am a story game player like this, especially detective games. I'm a forensic scientist. I bill myself as being from the world of mysteries. I love solving homicides, even if they are exhausting. Anyway, Anastasia, if you could stop tempting fate, that would probably be for the better for both of us.
落ち着け。
Inner peace, my child. Come on. Drink some chamomile, do your meditation exercises.
メンブルムとして勝利するって決めたんだろう。今からそんなんでどうする？冷静にならなきゃ死ぬぞ。
The most logical explanation would be to frame somebody else, but since we don't actually know who the suspect list is gonna be until it's too late, that's not really an option. I mean, we shanked a complete stranger. Zen did his best to get away with it by covering up the methodology. I'm not really sure what else we have to do at this point other than not confess.
捜査は絶対に必要だな。メンブルムとして生き残るには、サクリファイスに罪をなすりつけるってことだ。
But for that to happen, we're gonna need to know who the other Sacrificia are, as I just said.
そのためには情報が必要だろう。
I hadn't thought about that. I need to frame someone. I should probably handle this investigation myself. Can't drag someone else down with me. But... We're on Zen's route, so asking Zen to be involved would be the obvious solution. But saying nothing would mean we're avoiding dragging him into our problems. But on the other hand, the way they've been building it up thus far, it seems like Zen's big thing is feeling alone, so relying on him would make it come across like we have faith in him, so that would probably be for the better as well. I'm leaning towards asking him to come along. What are y'all thinking? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Going once, going twice, I'm going for it. Zen, you help me investigate. I know what I'm asking you is contrary to your profession. Alira. Hello, Alira Marine. Thank you for coming aboard. We're here with Even If Tempest, and we just killed a man. Don't worry, it was for a good cause. I love stories. Well, that's nice, because there is in fact one happening here. What was I just saying? I'm sure you wouldn't want to send an innocent person to their death. You're more than welcome to turn me down. I mean, I'd rather you not, because I'm already fairly deep into your route, and that would really defeat the point of the medium, or the genre. Not necessarily the medium. There's lots of video games that don't feature romance subplots, though not as many as my Arrow Ace ass would prefer.
Baga.
Heh. Baka. That's you. That's what you sound like. Smirk at me like that. His finger pokes gently at my forehead.
一人で行かせるわけないだろ。もう俺たちは一連卓勝だ。
Hooray! We're going to frame somebody for murder. God, I love this chapter. Thank you, Zen. That means a lot. Your model's expressions are way too good. Thank you. But I can't really take credit for them. My model artist is one Lin Rinku, links in the panels below. And for anyone watching the VOD after this video was released, links will also be in the YouTube description. I say that as though literally anybody ever watches my YouTube VODs. I'll probably lose my composure again over the course of this. It gives me courage knowing someone as level-headed as you was with me. Oh no, he's being all Moe-Moe-kun. It's terrible. Come on, say Baka again. You know you want to. You know you want to.
今みたいに俺に頼ったらいい。一人で戦っていると思うが。
Fine. I guess we can be a bit serious just this once. Do you think the courser left on the floor started to smell yet? Oh. I didn't know he could smile like this. Maybe the change is too small to be called a proper smile, but his cold demeanor has shifted entirely. He radiates kindness and a kind of gentle affection now. It immediately reminds me of Zen back in his administrator days, and the way he helped me back then. Did you first help me back then under the witch's orders? The question just slips out. But even without explaining when and where back then refers to, Zen seems to understand.
いや、あれは俺の気まぐれだ。気まぐれだから感謝なんかしなくていいぞ。
God, you're tuned today. I see. Thank you.
なんか言うなって言ってんのに。
Look, I'm sorry I'm a contrarian like that. How many chapters are there? From what I understand, there was a flowchart on the game's official website. It should be 4. There are 4 love interests, and each chapter is one Eli's roots. And like maybe an epilogue at the end or so. That would make the most sense of the options ahead of us right now. After discussing my plans with Zen, I make my way towards the Inquisitorial Order. I'd love to play this game soon, huh? It's really good. It is significantly better than a company with Voltage's pedigree has any good making. Summer breaks from college. It's summer. It's only March, though. Also, Alira, thank you for the follow. I'm certainly suspicious enough to warrant it. I'm supposed to say that when people follow. I keep forgetting that lately. Thank you. Welcome aboard. It's good to have you. Thank you, Awiwa. As I was the first Sacrificia to show myself, the investigative records had yet to be made up. I returned a few hours later to pick up the finished files. Right, we are an Inquisitor in this timeline. I forgot that. That will probably be beneficial, though as we've been told, does mean we're going to have to hang out with Tyrell, the world's greatest detective. Maybe he's more of an ace attorney prosecutor. My laptop is heating up my lap. That's a bad sign. You should probably get that looked at. That's not good. Why? Master Tyrell was out on other business during both visits, so I was thankfully able to avoid running into him. Alright, who was on the chopping block this go-around? I skimmed the files for the Sacrificia's names. Conrad, Prince Lucian, Vice Commander Cryas, and Maya. Man, they're playing hardball for us tonight, good lord. This is the absolute worst possible list. Yes, goodness me. For those of you who have not been watching the previous few videos... What up? Prince Lucian and Vice Commander Cryas are 2/4 of the other love interests in this game. Maya is our protagonist's maid and our obligatory female best friend character. Tyrell, our remaining love interest who you have not met yet, is going to be the person in charge of the trial, and Conrad is one of our main antagonists, but he's also an incredibly clever little snake, so I don't have a lot of faith that we'll actually be able to get him to take the fall for all this. Shit's bad is what I'm saying. Someone on this list will have to die tonight. If only I could confess to my crimes. You a scientist? I am a forensic scientist. I am one of those CSI types. Okay, no need to judge. I know it's medieval times, but that's no reason to go around kink shaming. That's why this game suits you, haha. Yes, indeed. I am a mystery game streamer. That is my big pitch. It is what I do in a desperate and not entirely successful attempt to stand out from the crowd here.
Water and water and water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
I needed that quite a bit, actually. I'm feeling all stuffy all day. I don't think it's been catching on the mic too bad looking at the audio levels, but it makes me concerned. Anyway, I was just thinking. The man we killed in this route is... Hydrate music was amazing, huh? Thank you. Thank you. I like to think I'm good at finding interesting things other people have made. Anyway, as I was saying, the man we just killed is a serial stalker and harasser and, according to Zen, a serial killer of women. Maya is our only other woman on the suspect list, so she'd probably be our best shot. for a framing target. Plus, she goes out and does all of her shopping, so she'd be way more likely to have contact with just some guy from the outside than the vice commander or one of the princes of the nation. Though really, it's gonna come down to what the game allows me to say.
バカ野郎。あれはサクリファイスの証だろ。
How do you not know this already, Crimine?
じゃああいつ魔女の手先なのか?
Man, the people of this kingdom are actually quite stupid. I may be the membrum, but I am certainly not the witch's underling.
おい、その発言は危険すぎるぞ。
When have you been streaming? My 3-year anniversary was earlier this week? No, last week. It was last week. 3 years. As of the Saturday before last. Now that's so long. You know, it doesn't feel like it when you've actually done it already. I know. That's why I whispered it. Congrats on that. Well, thank you.
ご所望の新聞手に入れてきたぞ。いつもこんなのを手がかりにしてきたんだな。
Well, apparently we haven't invented real detectives yet, so you make do. Country girls make do. Master Tyrrell works behind the scenes to get these articles published, so they tend to be far more trustworthy than their usual fare. Alright, autopsy report, tell me your secrets. Nahum Cox, 45, accountant. That's how we know he was a bad guy. Constabulary detention cell, time of death was between 2 and 3 a.m. Blood loss from a single stab wound to the heart, stabbed another 50 times after death. Criminy, Zen. You think you did it enough? Didn't even actually succeed in covering up the bit we were trying to hide. That's really bad. That's really bad, actually. Oh dear. Maya's a maid. Lucian is publicly known to be pretty lousy with a sword. Don't know for certain that Conrad's not good with a sword, but he seems like more of a politician than a fighter. Cryas, in that case, would probably be our best bet, assuming anybody notices what we've been over here. Expressions are way attractive. I think I disagree, but you know. You know, I keep telling myself I should save up for a proper model, but you know, you get a lot more expressive this way. There's pros and cons to everything. Why do you disagree? I mean, look at me. Look me dead in the eyes. My tired eyes. Anyway, what are our files on the other suspects? Maya Kirkland is 26, she's a maid. Born to a struggling family, lost her parents at a young age, just as she was being sent to the orphanage. Is that the same orphanage from last case? That would explain why she was so indebted to her mother. I have a friend who does design models. Don't do self-promo on my channel, please and thank you. Just as she was being sent to the orphanage, Marcus Linzel's former wife took her in. She served the family ever since. Night of the crime, she was asleep in her room. That's gonna be literally everybody. Relationship with the deceased acquaintances. The deceased asked her out, so she would have had a motive. She would have had a motive. question of the hour is, do we want to go based on evidence or do we want to go based on motive? If it were a serious trial, I'd say we go for evidence, but this is a big guilt by popular vote setup, so if we can get people to not notice the heart stab, that might be it. Then again... my brain is moving at a mile a minute right now. The victim was unconscious at the time of the crime due to the witch's sleeping magic, so we might be able to get away with arguing that it's not impossible that an amateur could have made the stab. Then again, we have Vice Commander of a Night Division on our debate list, so they might bring that up anyway. Anyway, let's hear what the paper has to say about the lady. She's a gentle beauty, she is. Her smile makes me want to give her a little extra. The woman this restaurant owner in Town Square describes is one Maya Kirkland, age 26. She works as a maid to the daughter of a marquisate, sees her visiting many a shop, and her looks and demeanor have both earned her many fans. One among them was a particularly persistent sort who approached her with such force others had to intervene. Many are surprised to find that very man, Nahum Cox, the victim of this latest incident. I hope you like that 1920s newspaper announcer voice, because I do it whenever there is a text document. Alright, second suspect, Conrad. Conrad Neuschburn, age 24, male, firstborn prince of Historica. Eldest son of King James and his wife. Skilled in both military and literary arts, he got involved in politics at a young age. Recently earned accolades through his endeavors like the Gateway Tunnel Project and his bid for the throne. The night of the crime, hosting a party at the castle, he's still trying to pull this story again. Relationship with the deceased? Absolutely none. Conrad is a piece of shit, and I would probably sleep better at night if I was able to get away with framing him for the crime. But I don't think there's any case we'll be able to make against him. It would be very difficult to argue him from a motive or evidence perspective, and he's good enough with his silver tongue, ladies, that he will probably be able to make any smut we do throw on him go away. What's the paper have to say about him? Prince Conrad Neuschburn is expected by many to be our next king. Many have been charmed by the talents and chivalrous nature he's displayed since childhood, and now that he's 24, many more are expecting a wedding around the corner. Though there have been countless rumors on his love life, none have yet led to an engagement. When he becomes king, he will need a queen of matching talents to support him. It's only natural that he would be careful in his choice, but rumors now circulate around the castle that he has found himself a new lover. The princess of the militant enclosure Wallants. I very much doubt some petty stalker serial killer would have had access to a princess of a foreign country, so that's that approach down as well. I think Conrad's off the menu, boys. Trias Kasarok, age 26, male. Occupation, Vice Commander of the Wings of Garuda. Eldest son of the Kasarok Marquisate. An illegitimate child, but taken into the family upon the wife's death. Left home at 14 and earned admission to the Wings via winning the War Games. His continued accomplishments led to his promotion to Vice Commander. Asleep in his room, he was acquaintances with the deceased. Trias Castlerock, age 26, is no less than Historica's sexiest man. You think so? I know some people who would disagree. The eldest son of the noted Castle Rock family, he was and remains the youngest individual to win the war games at the age of 14. Though his merits are true and his popularity higher than ever, the Wings of Garda, to which he belongs, is facing a crisis. Though the order is devoted to breeding and rearing the goddess's beloved birds, their population continues to decrease, and a chick hasn't been born in decades. Wait, but didn't we go to, earlier in this route, we went to Cryas and told him about Huma being pregnant, didn't we? Is that a plot hole or a plot point? Curiouser and curiouser. Curiouser and curiouser. The radical reformers in the government have even called into question whether his order, as expensive to maintain as it is even necessary. The future of the Wings rests entirely on his shoulder. Yeah, that. All of that, you know? Everybody got that? What's next? Anastasia Lindsay. Wait a minute, that's me! Who's that handsome devil? Anastasia Lindsay, age of 18. Occupation, Wings of Guard, a cadet knight. Okay, sure, why not? Eldest daughter of the Marquis of Linzel, left home at a young age and enrolled in the Wings of Garda. Knight with crime, asleep in her room and no relationship with the deceased. That's probably good for us. No, knowing the laws of game design, I am certain things will come to give us problems before too long. And what do our vaunted papers have to say on the subject of us? After Princess Evelina's marriage into the Linzel family, they have become a household name. For Marcus Linzel and Princess Evelina, this is their second marriage. They each brought a single child into their union, with the Marcus's daughter being the eldest. Though she would, under normal circumstances, inherit her father's responsibilities, she ran from home soon after the marriage. To hear it from an individual involved with the family, she ran to escape from Princess Evelina's teasing. Did she chase the eldest daughter out to make sure her own child would become the next head of the family? If true, the king would certainly be partially responsible for not rebuking his sister's actions towards one of his loyal subjects. Man, when the hell did the general public decide to start sympathizing with us? That's new and different. And it's a refreshing change, don't get me wrong. Go to Lucy. Lucy Neuschburn, age 18, sex male. Occupation, third ward prince of Historica. History, son of King James and his concubine. Though his feeble-natured childhood saw him as the candidate furthest from the throne, he currently garners such trust and high hopes for the future that he has been entrusted with the Aeroship project. Sleep in his room, no relationship. I'm sure he will be emotionally taxing to have on board, but I don't think he will be a valid target. If we were to pick a winner from the carnival, then Prince Lucian Neuschburn would be the obvious choice. In this trial for witches, by witches, of witches, things are run very differently than your average witch trial. In an environment of pure uncertainty, His Royal Highness maintained his composure and effortlessly controlled the proceedings. It is due to his clear instructions that they were able to clear the strict 1-hour time limit. Unfortunately, they were unable to capture the Membrum this time, but there is no doubt in anyone's mind that this scion of the goddess will lead us to victory in the next trial. I think you might want to work on your tenses there, Mr. Article Writer. Rules of the trial, for those who haven't seen it. Sacrificia jurors and facilitator must all be in attendance. One person must be executed. The punished will be decided via a juror vote. Debates will be held by the Sacrificia only. No outbursts will be permitted by anyone, regardless of status. Trials will begin at midnight and must conclude within the hour. Rule breakers will be executed. Membra will receive inhuman powers for an hour from 2 to 3 a.m., and victory or defeat will be decided only within the halls of the court. Significantly more important is what is not on board than what is. It's not about what you can prove, it's about what you can convince others of. He texted, I saw, I'm in the middle of something.
そういうことか。いつもおかしいと思ったんだよ。
Check your Discord. Do I go around telling you how to live your life?
だけ情報をつかむの早いんだから。ティレルには気をつけた方がいいな。あいつは頭が回る上、勘もいい。
Oh, believe me, I am aware. Agreed. Master Tyrell excels in all that he does. Dot dot dot. As per usual, our time is limited. We need to think carefully about who we want to talk to.
目的を履き違えるなよ。誰になら罪をなすりつけることができるか。
Okay, I think our order of operation... Don't interrupt me. I think our order of operations is going to be Cryas, Maya, Lucy, and Conrad. That note in the character profiles that Cryas was involved in some capacity with the victim. It's really the missing piece of the puzzle we needed. Maya has a much stronger motive, but that note on the autopsy report that they know the victim was killed in a single shot straight to the heart is going to make framing an ordinary maid a lot more complicated. And Lucian and Conrad basically have no involvement in this case whatsoever, except to emotionally torment us.
全員を調べ回ってる時間もない。ある程度当たりをつけておいた方がいいだろう。
And I'm so glad I was born with no sense of pity for others.
被害者と唯一面識があるらしいマヤ・カークランドとかだ。
It's not what it said in the, sorry, I meant to hit it. Whatever, you know what I was going to do. Maya. The records indicate Nahum Cox asked Maya to enter a relationship with him. This single fact is likely important enough to sway the proceedings. I don't want to see Maya upset. It's a worse fate than even my own death.
あとはルーシャン・ノイシュバーンだな。
Do we think Lucian is involved in this trial in any way? His Royal Highness? Why?
お前もあいつの変化には気づいてるだろう。元の世界線と全く別人じゃねえか。
I mean, yes, that is true.
行政官だったからよく知ってる。人は良かったが、器用な日和見主義で王子のくせに存在感ゼロ。継承権こそあったが、誰も期待してる奴なんかいなかった。それが今はどうだ。優秀だ天才だって誰もが称賛してる。 次の王はあいつだって声も多い。
It's because he's inspired by us getting our shit together. Yeah, I know, you're very self-deprecating, Annie, but that is the answer. Is quite obviously the answer.
お前、ルーシェに何かしたか？
Not at all. I've spoken to him a number of times, but that was all recently, after he'd already changed.
もちろん俺も関わっちゃいない。つまり、異種の仕業ってことだ。
God, you both are dorks.
ルーシェンのイシュバーンは異種の手先。なくはない話だと思わねえか。
No, I don't think that. I think that would be very difficult, actually. Alright, 11 hours to investigate. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. 5. I definitely want to go after both of these two, because they just said we want to go after our best shots. And that would be these two. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That would leave us with 6 hours to go after others. And then we'd only have time to go after one other person. When we went after ourselves, when we investigated ourselves in the first trial, that gave us a boost to our starting reputation, which is basically our health in that case. But if we go after either of the princes, we will get some evidence, and God knows we could use that. We'll investigate Maya and Cryas while we've got time, and not the button I meant to hit. Yep. Maya, are you okay?
ええ、まさかこんなことになるなんて。
So do I. So do I. It's a lie, I'm having the time of my life with this case.
この方は
Don't you
先日いらっ
bark at
しゃ
me,
った
little
方です
girl.
よね。
We're so noisy. Yes, he's a friend of Vice Commander Cryas's. He's helping me out with all this.
そうですか。
マヤ・カークランド、いくつか確認したいことがある。昨夜はどこにいた？
自室にいました。あの黒い空を見た後でしたから、なかなか寝つけなかったのですが、いつの間にか寝ていて、朝まで起きませんでした。
Which means the witch's sleeping magic was at work this time, too. Man, who'd have thunk it?
捜査資料や新聞の記事を見ると、被害者と面識があるそうだ。これは事実か？
ええ。
That's unfortunate for you. Is he really following you around? I never heard anything about that.
心配をかけてしまうと思って申し訳ございません。
How convenient. You don't have to apologize.
アナスタシア、お前は知らなかったんだな。
No, I didn't.
付きまとわれたって 具体的には何をされたんだ？
待ち伏せされたり、後をつけられたりです。あとは物を渡されることもありました。
What kind of things? Did he give you little dead birds like a cat?
アクセサリーやぬいぐるみといった類です。返却しようとしたのですが、受け取ってもらえなくて仕方ないので破棄していました。
Considering that teddy bear had a bomb inside of it, that was probably the right thing to do.
きっと私は疑われてしまうのでしょうね。私だけですもの、被害者と面識があるのは。ですが私は彼を殺していないのです。疎ましく思ったことはありますが、彼はすでに牢獄にいた。わざわざ殺す理由がありません。
Well, considering what happens to Membrum, that's not a particularly good argument. I mean, we know what's wrong, but it's not about what we know, it's about what we can argue.
お嬢様、どうか信じてください。私はメンブルムではありません。
I know, Maya. I believe you.
アナスタシア、時間がない。次に行くぞ。
That was quick. What evidence did we get out of that exactly? The victim was a violent criminal with repeated charges of murder and robbery. He was confined to his constabulary cell the night of the crime. Fortunately, they didn't lock it or anything, so we could just go out and get it. Maya can often be seen shopping in town square. Her charming smile and gentle demeanor have earned her many fans. The victim was in love with Maya and was persistent in his advances. He would sometimes follow her and would get so pushy, others would have to stop him. There's a piece of evidence under Cryas, 2 under Conrad, 1 under Lucian. So we're getting a fairly balanced spread unless they're deliberately shuffling things to mislead us. Like a duck.
マヤ・カークランドが一番罪を着せやすいな。被害者と面識があるのはあの女だけだ。
But does she have the means? That's the thing I'm worried about here.
俺がサクリファイスだった時のメンブルムは確かあの女だったな。
You remember right. She murdered the Linzel family, saying it was for my sake.
そこまで忠義に熱いのなら、お前が頼めば罪をかぶってくれるんじゃないか。
I could never. This is no time for pretty words. I've forgotten what I'm trying to do here. The indict skill has been acquired.
殺されたのはあいつだって言うじゃねえか。マヤちゃんにしつこく言い寄っててさ。
Oh man, that guy was getting all up in her business. I hate when people get all up in my maid's business.
強盗殺人で捕まったって話聞いたときは、マヤちゃんも安心しただろうなって思ったんだがな。マヤちゃんがメンブルムなのかな。あいつ気持ち悪いくらいしつこかったし。散々嫌な思いをさせられたから、その腹いせにってか。
The masses now look less favorably on Maya. Alright, Cryas, please give me something to work with.
アナスタシア
That's my name.
なんだ
Here
か
come
大
the
変
three
なことになりました
amigos.
ね。まさか我が翼騎士団から2人もサクリファイスが選ばれてしまうなんて。
Da-da-dots.
しかもマヤさんもだろ。ああ、心配だ。
何か俺たちで力になれることはないか。
I don't know. Do you have any evidence? That's what I'm here for. Thank you, but the thought's enough.
隣の人はどなたですか？
And I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me. This is Ensorfield. He's helping me in my investigation.
背は高いしムキムキだしただものじゃないって感じですね。
You could shoot him square in the abdomen with a high-powered rifle, and the bullet would just flatten against those abs. Good lord, mama. Good lordy, mama.
ああ、体験だってたやすく震えそうだ。騎士団に所属されているんですか？
Man's built like a severed headset on top of 2 refrigerators set end to end.
いや、剣なんか握ったこともない。
Wait, really?
この世界のやつはみんな体鍛えてるやつは全員剣術やってるって思考なんだよな。選択肢がなさすぎるぜ。
I'm sorry, do you ever light that cigarette or is it just decorative? Huh?
アナスタシアに善まさか二人で行動しているのか？
Hello, good sir. I'm afraid I'm going to have to frame you for murder.
お前が言ったんだろ。何かあったら力を貸してやれって。
それはそうだが、お前あんまり納得いってないような顔をしてたから。
Stop touching your shoulders, there are children watching.
やっぱ分かってて無理強いしたんだな。
こっちにはさっきまでティレルがいたんだ。
Thank
ちょうど
God.
入れ違いになったな。
And thank goodness for that. Don't steal my lines. They're the only thing I bring to this relationship.
アナスタシア、お互い災難だな。
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
事件のことを聞きに来たんだろう。俺もお前に話しとかないといけないことがあったんだ。
What about?
先にそっちの質問に答えるよ。
Understood. First, could you tell me where you were last night as though I don't already know?
自室にいた。教会の命令に従って一人でな。今回の事件でアリバイなんか証明できるのか？メンブルムは魔法を使えるんだろう。何だってできてしまいそうなんだが。
事件当夜、夜通しパーティーなんかやってたやつもいる。みんながみんな教会の言いなりにはなってないみたいだぜ。
コンラッド殿下か。パーティーの参加者にメンブルムが現れる可能性を考えなかったのか。しかし結果論だけで言うと殿下の一人勝ちだな。
And as much as it pains me to admit that, I don't think that's going to be changing this route.
アナスタシア、お前はどうしていたんだ？
Vice Commander Cryus stares at me. The force of his gaze robs me of all my words.
アナスタシア、
Man, you're bad at this.
部屋にいたんだろう。そう言ってたよな。
Yes, I was. I followed the church's orders and stayed in my room, alone. Well, now he knows. Good going. Good going, Pumpkin.
捜査資料を見ると、お前はネイハム・コックスと面識はないらしいな。
まあ、ただ間接的には関係していたようだ。急進派の存在を知っているか？この国を改革していこうという政治思想を持った連中だ。急進派はガルダ翼騎士団の解体を主張していて、よく俺たちとぶつかることがあったんだ。
Well, that is not good for you, my good sir.
急進派とのいざこざに苦労していたのは俺や団長だ。一般騎士が関わることはなかった。それでも無関係とは言えないからな。 気をつけて
how
送り
sweet
越したこ
he's
とは
worried about us. I will, thank you.
なんだか元気がないようだな。体調でも悪いのか？
No, I'm okay.
そろそろ行くぞ。邪魔したな。
いや、ゼン、この子のことよろしく頼む。
We're going up against 4 very dangerous opponents this route.
お前、いくらなんでも態度に出すぎだぞ。
Look, I can't help it. The game's not giving me a say in the matter. I'm sorry.
俺に謝ってもしょうがないだろう。そんなにクライオスに惚れてるのか？
Huh?
違うのかよ。お前が聖騎士だった時は、クライオスは間違いなくお前に惚れてただろ
Well, you saw that?
う。何よ？
Don't play dumb with me. You're so confident in your assertions, and it seems you know fairly well what I've been through until now.
確かにお前の動向はある程度把握していたが、四六時中監視してたわけじゃねえよ。クライオスと話してて、なんとなくそう思っただけだ。
You met with the Grand Commander despite working overtime to avoid me?
そりゃお前が医師の仲間じゃないかって疑ってたから。で、クライオスのことは好きなのか？
I respect him, and he's one of the most important people in my life. I'm not sure if I could say those feelings were of a romantic nature. If I, never really had the time to think them through. Now's not the time for that either. We need to focus on the investigation. Let's go. Dots dots. Zen? What's wrong?
いや、この汗くせえの懐かしいなと思って。
That's kinda gross, my dude. Huh?
なんでもね。行くぞ。
Foreshadowing.
ああ、こんな時に訓練なんかできねえよ。マヤさんどうしてるかな。
Get a second personality trait, you. Anyway, what did we get out of that evidence? Nahum is a radical extremist. Believes the government needs stark reforms and demands the wings be disbanded after rumors of extraneous tax spending. Many are anxious about the future of the wings. The Yakuta population decreases each year, and the radicals call for the order's dissolution due to its exorbitant cost. That's all we got, but it appears to be good enough.
副団長がサクリファイスなんて、あんな強い人が魔女の手に落ちるわけないのに。
That's a terrible argument. I mean, we know from his route that it's technically correct, but that's a terrible argument.
なあ、ミッチェル、俺たちで何かできないかな。メンブルを捕まえるとかさ。
Yeah, sure, just turn into the Scooby-Doo gang for a bit. I have the utmost faith in you all.
な無茶な。捜査資料もないのに。
お前だってアナスタシアのこと心配だろ。
Yeah, which makes one of us.
なんで彼女を名指しするんですか？僕は彼女だけでなくマヤさんのことも副団長のことも心配してますよ。
ミッチェル、俺たちはここで待ってるしかないのかな。
What are you all doing there?
新聞によると今夜行われる裁判は民衆裁判だそうです。 国民の中から無作為に選ばれた300人が票を握っているとか。今のうちに3人の評判を上げておけば評決に影響出るかも。
I mean, anything that boosts my status is only gonna be good in the long run.
それだ。おいお前ら、いつまで喋ってるつもりだ。訓練に戻れ。
Alright, now back to cram school. Alright, once more onto the breach. The maps look more favorable on Myacris and Anastasia. Okay, so I was thinking as we went over those two routes, Conrad is going to want to put someone else in the ground, so going after him is probably a good way to get some information on the others. Plus, we saw from last route that due to our former relationship with him, Anastasia does know how to get under his skin and get him to say some shit that's unfortunate for him, even if he's still got a silver tongue. On the other hand, I really want to talk to Prince Lucian. Lately, the nobility seem to agree on one simple fact. Prince Lucian should be our next king. His mother's a lovely concubine. Everything is ways doesn't government values intelligence. It's very strict. Doesn't say that helps us any. That's the same document we saw last time. That one too. I got for Conrad. Please pay off. I skim over the article of Conrad's new lover, and a single thought comes to mind. Who cares? That is incredible. That was rude. That's uncalled for. Made me feel hurt. Made me feel inadequate. Getting my revenge on Conrad is one of my main goals now. That was the original plan, but game said no. No, I refuse to use magic for that purpose. I'll get my revenge with my own power. This ought to be good. I have all of nothing on Prince Lucian, so I don't know what investigating him would get in the first place. The nobles around us will revel in food and drink, their bodies swaying to the music, as if to proudly claim the witch's evil has no purchase here. Conrad held a party this time too, did he? Found himself at a disadvantage at the last trial because he acted so conspicuously. Given he's about to repeat that same mistake, it's probably safe to assume he hasn't retained his memories.
お前たちか。俺に聞きたいことがあるというのは。その首輪はお前のサクリファイスか。
Took your sweet time with that pause, didn't you, my good sir? Thank you for sparing some time with us, your royal highness. I am Anastasia Linzel.
リンゼ公爵家の者か。
The very one. Brett Linzel is my father. Linzel, the 6-foot-tall bear of a man.
そういえばリンゼル公爵には前妻との間に娘がいたんだったな。幼いうちに家を出たと聞いていたが、血のつながりはないとはいえ、君は叔母上の娘、つまり俺のいとこということになるな。
I have the utmost faith in us.
助け合って乗り越えていこ
う。Yes, of course.
隣の男は従者か。体格がいいが騎士には見えないな。
He is aiding me with this investigation. I hope you don't mind his presence. Whoa, whoa. Conrad, remember that talk we had about personal space? Conrad leans in with a bright smile as his arm snakes around my right waist.
俺は君と二人きりで話したいな。サクリファイスなどになって不安だろう。表情がとてもこわばっている。俺なら君を慰めてやれるよ。
I am not terrified, I assure you.
たくましいな。だったら俺を支えてくれないか。サクリファイスに弟のルーシェンも選ばれたことを知っているだろう。ルーシェンの支援者が俺を陥れようとするかもしれない。今は一人でも多くの味方が欲しいんだ。
Oh, boo-hoo, poor you. Let me go.
我がいとこ殿は恥ずかしがり屋なんだな。一目見た時から男慣れしていなさそうだと思ったんだ。こんなに短く髪を切ってドレスもまとわず。
His finger slides down my cheek. The sheer disgust I feel at the motion revives memories of those faraway days when I was ensnared in his trap.
やめてもらえますか。人の女に気安く触るのは。
Oh my gosh, he's so dreamy. Sen wraps an arm around my shoulders and pulls me away from Conrad with such force I feel like I could fall.
人の女？
ええ。こいつは俺の女です。
Doki, Doki, Doki.
そうか。それは悪かった。どうか許してくれ、アナスタシア。
アナスタシア、事件について話聞くんだろう。
Right, that thing we're here for. Right. Thank you. May I ask what you were doing last night, sir?
パーティーだよ。皆が黒い空に怯えていたのでね。女神の血を引く俺が守ってやらねばならないだろう。
You said the same thing last time. Your blood is worth nothing, you imposter. It's among the more creative insults I've heard in recent days. Your blood isn't worth the iron it's printed on.
被害者の男とは全く面識はないよ。入場記録を見てみるといい。被害者はこの城に一度も訪れていないことがわかる。
Unfortunately for my odds of getting someone who deserves to be executed, I actually believe him here.
パーティーの参加者たちが俺の無実を証明してくれる。俺がメンブルムというのは絶対にありえないよ。
That bit is a filthy lie, but I'm absolutely certain that my being the member bit is true. Because I'm the member now. The sleeping magic makes it impossible to actually prove his innocence, but I don't doubt he's done some work behind the scenes to ensure his safety. It would be difficult to frame him for the murder.
話はこのくらいでいいかな。そろそろパーティーに戻らないと。
Of course. Thank you again for your time.
コンラッド殿下は操作しなくていいんですか？
へえ。ああ、失礼。
Why are your eyes so small? How do you see properly?
まだ皆が不安に思っている。彼らのためにも俺はここにいないといけないんだよ。
Just like that, he's gone. Never to be heard from
俺たち
again.
も行くか。
That we could be so lucky. Thank you for helping me out earlier.
いや。悪かったな。裁判前に悪印象をつけるのはまずいと思って、ああいう言い方するしかなかったんだ。
My god, he's so stinking cute. Huh? Oh, about me belonging to you? It's fine, it didn't bother me at all. You didn't have to apologize for that. He's far more thorough in his consideration than I expected.
コンラッド様、大丈夫でしたか？今のサクリファイスでしたよね。
Right, first evidence. Ma'am's name is not recorded in the castle's guest list. That can also probably protect Lucian if it comes to that. Want to make ourselves look good, we can't just toss out accusations, we gotta argue intelligently. There are rumors that Kai is in relation with the Princess of Wallet, a militant closure. Despite the church's lockdown order, Conrad hosted a party with many of his supporters the night of the crime. Did he really, though?
ああ、今夜の裁判のために捜査をしているそうだ。
Didn't really get me anything I didn't already know.
まさかコンラッド様を疑って、けしからんやつらだ。
気にするな。それよりもちゃんと進んでいるんだろうな。
Tell me, have you made progress on our plan? A very evil plan that will hurt many people.
もちろんです。ルーシェン殿下がメンブルムであるという噂は民衆たちの間に広まりつつあります。裁判になればきっと殿下に票が集まるでしょう。
Alright, so that list will come in handy, probably.
そうか。誰が陪審員に選ばれるのかわからないんだ。隅々まで手を抜かないようにね。
かしこまりました。
捜査などやったところで何になる？これは民衆裁判。人心をつかんだ者が生き残るんだ。
I'm so evil. Alright, not enough time left to investigate anyone else. Guess we'll have to call it there. And by call it there, I do in fact mean call it there, because we do not have enough time left to do an entire trial section. So this is where we will be calling our stream. Good night, Eburinyan. I hope you all had a good time. There are so many people showing in my Discord lists, but I do not. Twitch itself is showing one viewer because they're trying to scam me out of ad revenue. Dicks. And I don't feel like explaining that, so we're not going to raid anybody. Good night, everybody. Goodbye.